SmackDown had one of the best opening segments I have seen in I don't know how long. For real, this was an amazing opening segment. Nick Aldis, Chelsea Green. Are they going to strip her of the title? Last week, she broke her orbital bone, basically her eye socket, and that's after winning the Women's Championship at SummerSlam. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride, is Chelsea Green's career. And so it's like Nick Aldis says, Chelsea, we're going to have to make you relinquish the title. And forget about the fact that Liv Morgan didn't defend her title for like 105 days. Jade Cargill before her went about 100 days. Io Sky before her went about like at least like 2 or 3 months. And Rhea Ripley even 2 months before they said, all right, let's do an interim women's championship. Not even taking the title, not even took the title from Rhea Ripley. They just like said, interim, you're still champion. I think they've since like backtracked on that, and now Chelsea is considered the actual women's champion. But anyways, Nick Aldis is like, I'm sorry, Chelsea, but I've got to take the title away from you. And I'm like, no, come on, please don't. And Chelsea gives a very like passionate speech about, come on, Nick, you of all people, you were at SummerSlam, you fought in front of your wife, your child, and here I've been told over and over again that I would never make it. I'm just here to put other people over, referencing the Michael P.S. Hayes comment from Unreal Season 2, where they said that Chelsea Green is a wrestler who makes other wrestlers look good. She said, I've got cake in my face. I've been in dumpsters. No, it's not fair. I shouldn't have to give up my title. I'll put on a mask. I'll do whatever it takes. And it's like, actually, I don't think she said that. I think Nick said that because Chelsea starts to walk down the aisle. She gives the belt to Nick. And it's like, oh my gosh. I'm not going to lie. I could tell that it was a work, but because I was so afraid that it was going to actually happen, I was buying in. I'm not going to lie. I was like, no, Nick, how could you do this to Chelsea? And Chelsea's all dejected and she's walking down the aisle. And then Nick's like, I don't care. Nick Aldis, the GM, knows this is a bad idea, but Nick Aldis, the man, he says, Chelsea, come back in here. And Chelsea comes back. He gives her the title and he says, you got 30 days. Get a mask. Heal up. Do what you got to do, but you got 30 days. And if you can defend the title, then you can keep the title. And it's like, oh my God. Like, for real, it pulled at all of my heartstrings because, like, for real, Chelsea Green has had the worst luck. She gets, something good happens to Chelsea, and then it's instantly, usually, kind of, sort of taken away or tainted. And it's like, oh, I was heartbroken. It was like Naomi all over again. I was like, no, we finally got a women's champion I can get behind, and then they take it away. But thank God that Chelsea is still our champion. And then something else amazing happened. Gunther. He returned. And when I say Gunther returned, I don't mean Gunther of the last year or so. I mean Gunther of the 666-day title reign. This Gunther that showed up tonight was the Gunther that I love. I know a lot of people hate Gunther, and honestly, you're supposed to hate the heel. So good job, Gunther. And yes, this Gunther comes in, and Chelsea Green's still there. Gunther says, all right, Chelsea, enough. Nobody cares about you. That's hilarious. I did not know that I wanted Chelsea Green versus Gunther. But please, let's have that at WrestleMania 43. And don't laugh, Chelsea Green and Penta, they had a banger of a match in Lucha Underground like 10 or 12 years ago. Go look it up. It was an amazing match. But yes, Gunther just berates Chelsea, dismisses Chelsea, and then he says, let's talk about something important. You screwed me, Nick, by adding Kevin Owens to my match, when it's hilarious because Gunther was added to the match. And then Nick's like, no, I didn't. Kevin was always going to be a part of this, which is, I didn't like that comment because honestly, it's Sami Zayn and Finn Balor got screwed. So whatever. He's like, I've been trying to get Kevin Owens in this match for months now, which is just not true. And whatever. And so Gunther is just mad. He's like, I pulled double duty. I made someone tap out. I love how he said, I made someone tap out, not I made you tap out. It's like Gunther, he's so above everything. He doesn't acknowledge people when they're right in front of him. Even later in the show, he's like, he interrupts Finn Balor and Nick Aldis, and he's like, I was talking here. And he's like, talking to who? He like just looks past Finn Balor. Finn Balor's like, me, Finn Balor. And he's like, you're not Finn Balor. Oh, wait, you're like the shadow of Finn Balor. You know, it's just, he's such a troll, and it's hilarious. He kind of starts getting it. So now we're back in the opening segment. He gets back in. He's getting in like Chelsea's face. Chelsea's like, excuse me. And he's like, just shut up. He's so dismissive of Chelsea Green. It's hilarious. But Chelsea's like, I'm the only champion here. And I forget exactly what he said. Like, you should really go and watch this segment. But it brings out Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona, because they are married. Chelsea and Matt, not Gunther and Matt. And and he gets in front of in Gunther's face, and he's like, you can't talk to my wife like that. And then we are off to the races. We're going to have ourselves a match. We cut to commercial and we come back, and it's Gunther versus Matt Cardona. Now, it's not for a championship, but if you want this championship on my shoulder, you can win it. You see, I'm holding a belt giveaway. At 30,000 subscribers, I'm going to give away this belt right here, or any belt that you've ever seen on my shoulder. They're not toys, people. They're replicas, and they can be yours. No joke. And I'll ship it anywhere in the world. But yeah, we come back, and we have Gunther versus Matt Cardona for the honor of Chelsea Green. Matt Cardona, the husband. Oh, it was funny. Gunther also said, "Hey, look, everybody, all the way from catering." Ooh, Gunther was on fire tonight with his sick burns. And then so they fight, and they're in their street clothes. You can even see Gunther's like tidy whities, and they're just like in their dress pants or whatever, and they go at it. Now, Matt Cardona will do a low blow that Gunther doesn't really react to, and then we will get a tap out victory for Gunther, and Chelsea is all dejected that her hubby lost, and Gunther's just having a good old time. Gunther will go to the back as Chelsea's helping her husband, checking on Matt. We have the irresistible forces come out. Nia and Lash Legend, they kind of talk smack about how, like they're coming for the title. And then as they kind of encroach on Chelsea, this brings out Tiffany Stratton. They then beat up Tiffany Stratton. It's like 2-on-1. They beat her up. They injure her. They whatever her because she has a match later in the evening with Jacy Jayne of Fatal Influence. But now she's been double teamed by the irresistible forces. And Chelsea's like, "Oh, Tiffany, I'm so sorry that happened to you." They will even go backstage. She's like, "I didn't mean for you to get hurt." And what will happen later on, though, is Tiffany will actually lose to Jacy Jayne. And she'll lose to Jacy Jayne by trying to help out Chelsea Green. Because Chelsea Green, Fatal Influence was going to get on her. So on top of getting injured by the irresistible forces to save Chelsea Green, she saved Chelsea Green during her match with Jacy Jayne, which causes the distraction and allows Jacy to do the rolling encore, I think, or roll. Yeah, I think, is that what it's called? Whatever it's called. She does her move, and Jacy wins and becomes the champion. Now, it was cool because Jacy, you could tell, even though she's supposed to be like a horrible person, she's still just like, she still just can't believe she's there. And you can tell because she's actually crying. I could tell she was trying not to cry. By the time she got up the ramp, she was back to just being a horrible person. But you could tell she was overcome with emotions. And I can appreciate when a wrestler, for the longest time, she was the least important person in her faction. She was a jobber, and she's come a long, long way. So, kudos to Jacy Jayne. Kudos to Jacy Jayne. And it shows that sometimes even jobbers can, become champion. Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre even, and now Jacy Jayne. So Tiffany Stratton will lose. I think this will lead to an eventual Tiffany Stratton getting mad at Chelsea Green because she has helped her left and right, and now it's just costing her over and over again. And I wouldn't mind that. I definitely wouldn't mind that. For Tiffany Stratton to go back to the dark side, I think that would be an ideal situation. So I'm hoping that Chelsea Green can get healed up. She can go and have a quick little feud with Nia Jax and win, and then her and Tiffany Stratton can actually have an actual feud for that title. And so, yeah, good stuff there, good stuff all together, but we go back to that opening segment. It was just great because it was like boom, 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 just so much stuff was happening, and I greatly appreciated it. Like I said, I didn't know I needed Gunther versus Chelsea Green. It was like when Gunther's music hit, I was like, oh no, run, Chelsea, he's coming for the Women's World title. He's going to retire to you. Let's do it. Gunther as your Women's World Champion. I want to see that. Oh, man. Oh, the worst thing happened, though. Mello versus Baron Corbin. Like, I went into this match and I was like, that is the definition of transitional champion. He didn't even change his belt. It's still all furry and stuff. I'm like, they must not have wanted Trick versus Mello just yet. So they're probably saving it for WrestleMania, and I hate when they save matches like that, but I'm like, no way. In Boston, are we going to have, because that's Mello's hometown, are we going to have Mello now lose to Baron Corbin? It's probably just a transitional champion match. And no, it wasn't. Baron Corbin won, and he won clean. And I'm like, what? Oh my God, you know how I said you're supposed to hate Gunther? Well, it's like, I gotta repeat that own advice to myself. I'm supposed to hate Baron Corbin, and job well done, WWE, because I hate this decision. I hate that Baron Corbin won. God, I hate that. I'm like, I do not like Baron Corbin at all. Like, at all. I'm sure he's a fine individual in his home life, but like, he comes on he's like Jeff Jarrett back in the day. I don't even want to boo him. I just want to change the channel. And he beat Carmelo Hayes? Like, what do we do with Carmelo now? Great job, WWE, and making me so disinterested in Melo. Like, they have picked him apart to the point where it's like, I don't know. Unless they're about to give him the money in the bank, that's the only thing I can think of. But like, I don't even want that to happen because I want LA Knight to win that. And it's like, honestly, they're probably going to give it to Danhausen, and then he'll put human monies in it. But, oh, man, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that in another video. But, yeah, like, Carmelo Hayes lost to Baron Corbin, and it was clean. Like, how is Baron Corbin owning Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes? It's just, I do not like this. If you're a fan of Baron Corbin, well, you must be having the time of your life right now, but not me. Not me. I did not like, no, sir, did I like Baron Corbin beating Carmelo Hayes. Come on, clean? I don't understand that. Like, at least cheat. And then he beat Trick twice. So he beats Carmelo Hayes, and then Trick, his music hits, and it's like, honestly, so Trick is one of my favorites, but like, honestly, Trick doesn't really have a leg to stand on when it comes to him wanting another shot. Now, granted, Baron Corbin did hit him with the belt twice, but it's like, I don't know. It seems like Baron Corbin won that feud, and we did have Little Yachty return, and he hits him with the kendo stick. But honestly, I kind of wish that Little Yachty would just stay gone. I don't think Trick Williams needs Little Yachty. I think it's like, at first it was great, and I appreciate the dedication that Little Yachty has. I just don't think Trick Williams, the character, needs him. Like, if you want to give him to Ricky Saints, maybe Mello? I don't know, maybe Mello, but like, I don't think Trick needs him. I wonder if this is setting up Trick and Mello as a tag team, which I don't think is a good idea. Just let them run wild. Let them feud over the U.S. title, but not with Baron Corbin as the third wheel against each other. It's like, I'm no longer interested in Trick and Mello because they've had Baron Corbin own both of them. Yeah, so Trick, he got the upper hand on Baron Corbin, but again, it's like, okay, so you're the babyface, you got the upper hand on Baron Corbin by having a distraction from your manager, and after Baron Corbin just had a match, it's like, in this situation, it feels like Baron Corbin is like the babyface here. He wrestled a match. It was 2-on-1. It's like, yeah, no duh, he lost. And it's like, and he's the guy that's winning clean and stuff. And I hate it. Like, I absolutely hate that Baron Corbin is the U.S. champion right now. And he's already beaten Trick and Mello. What do we do with these guys? What do we do with Mello now? Nothing you can say can make me like this segment. But try in the comments below. Try to make me like it. Say something. I don't know. But no. I gotta move on. I gotta move on with my life. You know, when it comes to wrestling, there's just gonna be things you like and you don't like. And I don't like this. Cody and Sami Zayn, they have a little segment backstage, and Cody's just like, I want Randy. It looks like it's going to happen at Sunday night's main event, and then Sami says, oh, Cody wants something, Cody gets something, and then they set themselves up for a match later. Even though Sami has a broken hand or arm or something, he has a wrist brace on, Nick Aldis says, if you fight Cody, you get a #1 contender shot, take it or leave it, and Sami's forced to take it. Nick Aldis is like, he's so rude to Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn's hurt. Sami Zayn is hurt. How can you make the guy wrestle? Unsafe work environment. We will have Alexa Bliss and Flair. They talk about Tatum Paxley Tatum, and Tatum Paxley has a collage in a creepy little telephone booth space locker room for them to hang out in. So okay. Jade Cargill says, all right, Charlotte, you got a friend. We'll beat her up, basically. So it's like, I guess that feud's keeping going on, which, yeah, there's just done. We're done. Jade and Charlotte, you had Charlotte pin Jade. The feud should be over. There's what are they fighting for at this point? Why are they even fighting? It's just okay. Anti-respect. We didn't get any I respect you at all on SmackDown. We even got someone that said, that's why I don't respect you. So that was cool. That happened at 9:09. We got anti-respect. Negative respect tonight. And I like that. I respect that. Kevin Owens and CM Punk, they came out and they talked about Ring of Honor, but they didn't mention Ring of Honor. They said, we actually 20 years ago, we were in a wrestling promotion together. He was a top guy and I was this guy. And Kevin Owens says it was all about a shirt. You don't think I'm a professional. And they kind of go at it. This one, I liked this promo better than last week's promo, but they're still holding back on what they can and cannot say. And I did not appreciate this thing from CM Punk. I thought it was very unfair that CM Punk did this. Kevin Owens said something along the lines of, I don't like you and neither do my friends. He mentioned his friends. And then CM Punk was like, who are your friends? Name them. Now, that was so unfair from CM Punk. I'm not even talking kayfabe. I'm talking in real life. It was very unfair for him to say, name your friends, because he knew Kevin Owens wouldn't be allowed to name the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, Colt Cabana. Those names would be off limit. So for CM Punk to say, who? I don't know who you're talking about. Name them. To actually say name them was very unfair to Kevin Owens, because Kevin Owens was put in a position where he couldn't name them. So by not naming them, he looked weak in the promo. So very, very unprofessional in my opinion from CM Punk. I am a CM Punk fan, but that was not cool. Sometimes you got to separate yourself from your fandom and just look at this, call it down the middle. CM Punk, not cool. But the segment was good. Overall, it was good. And CM Punk needs to turn heel after this. He just straight up needs to turn. He called Kevin Owens a fatso. It's a fatso. Scott Steiner calls somebody fat, and that's hilarious, right? But Scott Steiner is I don't know, he's Scott Steiner. It's 2026. It's 2026, and CM Punk wants to wear all these causes on his t-shirts and stuff, how he's such a woke person and stuff, while woke people are calling people fatsos. So it's turn the guy heel. Turn CM Punk heel. By God, turn CM Punk heel. But it was good. It was overall a good segment. But if you want to know actually the stuff that they talked about, I actually broke it all down in a video or two ago, and it's like the thumbnail says 20 years of hate. So go check out that channel, or go check out that video like 2 videos ago. I released it on Wednesday, I believe, and it'll break down everything. Everything you saw tonight is broken down actually in that video already. So, but I did like this segment better than last week's, though they're still holding back on what they are allowed to say and what they aren't allowed to say. And that's because Ring of Honor, AEW, Kenny Omega, the new Young Bucks, they're all like AEW stuff right there. So, yeah. We have Finn Balor. Oh, yeah, he got made fun of by Gunther. Triple threat. So we have... I am very excited about a CM Punk Kevin Owens. What if Kevin Owens could beat CM Punk, and then Randy Orton can beat Kevin Owens, huh? And then he gets the 15-time champion, and then he beats Cody Rhodes and puts Cody Rhodes in the back of the line. But we will have the triple threat. It's Haku and the Island Boys, Talatonga and Tamatonga, versus the Boar Raiders and R-Truth and Damian Priest. It's a fine match. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little distracted. I had a lot of work calls and texts and all these things, so like, I don't want to say this match sucked because I don't feel I gave it the proper attention to be able to judge the match, but it didn't seem like anything crazy. I could see sometimes they would have the normal triple threat spots where, you know, everybody's on the ring, and then we do a double choke slam and stuff. You have one tall guy, you have a tall Damian Priest, and then a big Ivar and or Eric, not sure which one's which. So, you know, they had the moments, but at the end of the day, the MFTs, they won, and Haku Ming raised the hands, and I liked that. Glad the titles are off Damian Priest and Truth. I'm hoping Damian Priest can get serious. Last week, he was a little more serious, and I actually thought, I kind of like that Damian Priest. I hope we see more of it, and, yeah. And then hopefully the Boar Raiders can just go to AAA and just stay there. But no real comments. It was an okay match. I hope this is a hard reset on the tag team division. Hopefully Trick and Mello aren't part of the tag team division, though. Okay, so then we had Tiffany. She lost to Tiffany Stratton, lost to JC Jane. We already talked about that. Cody Rhodes versus Sami Zayn. Cody comes out. He does his whoa. And Cody has made a point to say, I'm no longer a good guy anymore. Or when you got to tell me you're not a good guy, you're still a good guy. He's like, you know, before, Sammy, like, I would have taken it because of our past friendships, but now I'm not going to take it anymore. Let's see each other in the ring. That's how that all got set up. So Cody's there, and Sammy's coming out, and he's like, oh, man, I'm going to get hurt. I got this, but I've got to get the title shot. And then Randy Orton attacks. I don't know why Randy and Cody don't have really good pull-apart brawls. It's almost like a pull-apart brawl rehearsal. There's just no, like, urgency into it. They're not, like, going at it. It's like if a pull-apart brawl is a 10. Like, remember when did Oba and Brock Lesnar have a pull-apart brawl or something? I mean, those felt like, you know, 10 out of 10, like, on the, like, intensity level. But did they? I'm not sure anymore. Okay, on an intensity level, 10 out of 10, like, Cody and Randy are like a 6. It's just like, punch, for whatever reason. We do repeat the Cody Rhodes, his head's on the stairs, and Randy's about to hit, and Nick Aldis, and everyone's just like, no, please, stop, don't have the officials there. Anyways, he's about to do it, and then Cody kicks him in the balls. He then gets Randy down there. He's about to do it. Oh no, is Cody going to do it? Is he really not a good guy anymore? But then the ring agents get the chair away from him, and we are done. At one point, Sammy was like, come on, start the match. So in my opinion, Sammy won that match by default. So he is the number 1 contender, in my humble opinion. But yeah, so we go. Show ends as Randy starts to make a comeback, and it's like, lame. lame ending, in my opinion. Because, like, okay, remember, like, when Cody fought AJ Styles, he threatened AJ with like, throwing the steps on him, and then AJ was like, I quit, and then Cody did it anyways. So for Cody to threaten Randy with the chair, it's like, you've already done this exact same thing before, and you remained a baby face, a white meat baby face. So if he would have even hit Randy with the chair, it wouldn't have mattered. I wouldn't have bought into, like, oh wow, look at that heel Cody Rhodes. No, we're still dealing with babyface Cody Rhodes. Flip the guy. But yeah, that's SmackDown for you. That opening segment was so good though. From the taking the title from Chelsea, letting her keep it, to Gunther making fun of Chelsea, to the match suddenly going right into the Irresistible Forces, about to attack Chelsea, but then they attack Tiffany, and that then is a thread throughout the show. Like, that alone, I'm gonna give this SmackDown an 8. An 8. I will say the last hour did kind of dip. 7.8. 7.8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.8. 7.8. If you want to give it an 8, I can see that. It just sort of dipped. And I don't know why Cody and Randy don't really have good chemistry. I just don't. I want to see something else between those two than just talking on the microphone and just attacking each other. Like, I want to see actual storylines. You know, I want to see Randy Orton giving Brandy Rhodes a punt kick. I want to see Cody Rhodes invading Randy's house. I want to see something juicy, something going on here, you know, but I don't know. That's what we're given. So anyways, boys, girls, thank you so much for this is your one take, one shot review where I do it immediately following the show. So you get my gut reaction. No cuts, no edits. There you go. See you, bye.